Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren, and in today's video I just wanted to do a little bit of a commentary with the BG running in the background. This isn't a live commentary like I usually do, but that's mainly because I've been driving highways today. I hate driving highway, I was busy, so this video is going to be a discussion video. The topic of discussion is something that's going to be coming out in patch 7.1. A lot of things are coming out in patch 7.1, but one of the things that is going to be kind of a bit of a bummer and kind of like one of those things that Blizzard is going back on the word when it comes to PvP. What I'm talking about in this video is the prestige system. And Blizzard is basically going back on prestige system as it currently is, and I feel like it's kind of a bad move, and this video is basically to talk a little bit about my thoughts on it. So what is the prestige system? Well, first we have to describe the new PvP system for World of Warcraft, which is the honor level system. So as you PvP, whether it be arenas, world PvP, world quests that are designed for strictly PvP, or do battlegrounds, you level up your honor level. Your honor level will give you ranks from 1 to 50, giving you different PvP talents. Some of them are passive, some of them are active abilities, and a whole row deals with just how do you use your trinkets. And all these honor levels and all these honor talents only work within PvP combat. That means in world PvP, when you engage in PvP, you'll unlock all of those talents. When you queue in battlegrounds and arenas, you also unlock those talents. And if you ever, for whatever reason, decide to go back to Ashran, yes, you can also use those honor talents. The prestige system allows you to be able to downscale all your honor talents from max back to 1, a lot like back in Call of Duty, where you could give up all your guns and all your skins and all your rewards and all that, and start back from level 1 at a different prestige. So you'll be able to have different rewards. For example, instead of like the horde symbol next to your name, you would have the cross swords, and there will be different ranks, going from like silver swords to golden swords, to from single sword to double swords, and then having all these ribbons on the side. You'll also be gaining a bunch of different rewards, such as mounts is what I've seen people run with, flags that you can wear on your character in PvP and outside of PvP areas, as well as other rewards like pets, and you also have a specific artifact weapon skin that you can upgrade. And the more prestigious you do, the more skins you unlock for that specific artifact weapon, which is unique. And I kind of like the idea of unique things in World of Warcraft. The more unique things we have in the game, the better, in my honest opinion. And the prestige system, I feel like, is an interesting system. It gives a bit more longevity to the PvP environment, to the BG's environment, especially to the casual PvP environment. Let's say you're a player that's not really all that great at arenas, you're not all that high rated, you don't really understand the meta in order to be able to get a higher rating in order to perform better, but you are somebody who likes PvP, and you are somebody who likes to put, I guess, their time and all the effort into simple things like battlegrounds. You're simply like random battlegrounds, not rated. It's all about having fun and enjoying the game and doing the PvP, not being the best at it. So I like the idea that Blizzard would want to reward people that put effort and put time into those BGs. One of the things that I like about World of Warcraft in general, it is a game that either can reward your skill or for the grind. If you're somebody who puts a lot of time into the game, you might not be all that great at it, but if somebody, let's say, does dailies forever, then they can get access to specific mounts because they commit so much time to the dailies. They may be able to get some gear because of the factions that they commit to, and be able to get pets and other rewards and toys. And the prestige system basically allows somebody who is, let's say, a high-rated player, or even not even a high-rated player, to be able to enjoy random rated PvP, or unrated PvP, I guess the best way to put it, unrated PvP, and be able to get rewards out of it because they're committing their time and, showing effort into the system. And one of the things that Blizzard is doing is kind of doing away to a certain extent with the system when patch 7.1 comes out. One of the interesting parts about this system is, first of all, it gives longevity to PvP, so you can do same battlegrounds, same arenas, same events, but you'll be able to get different rewards every single time and feel a sense of accomplishment because you're getting rewards for putting in the time for something you enjoy. But the system isn't completely inclusive, it's somewhat exclusive. As most of the high-rated PvPers will understand, as you're doing arenas, you need most of your honor talents, and I feel like this is why Blizzard is doing away with this system. Because you are a high-rated player and you want to get the best gear and the best stats, and sometimes you need for your class the best PvP talents. As somebody playing Outlaw Rogue, there are specific certain talents that are way miles above all the other talents that I could pick for an Outlaw Rogue. And with the way the game currently is, I need all of my honor talents in order to be able to be competitive. I need Control as King, I need Thick as Thieves, and I feel like I need Plunder Armor in order to be able to make best use of my spec. Any lower than that, and I feel like I'm basically almost next to a potato when it comes to my effectiveness in arenas. So because I am, constrained to having a higher item level or high honor level, I cannot prestige. So therefore, I'm missing out on some of the rewards that other players will be able to cash in on. And the system for 7.1 will basically make it so that you don't lose your honor talents. The prestige system, and what makes it so interesting is you lose all your talents once you prestige. But if you go into 7.1 prestige system, you don't lose any of your talents once you prestige. Which, on one hand, is like, I can kind of understand why Blizzard won't do it. They want to make sure that everybody who's playing World of Warcraft, whether you're a high-rated player or non-rated player, that you get the rewards that you work for. And they don't want to exclude somebody for doing arenas and getting high rating from being able to get prestige rewards. But I feel like it'll kind of destroy the prestige system and make it useless, or render it completely useless if they were to follow through with the plan. One thing that I like about prestige system is the fact that you have to re-level all your talents. That means there are some honor talents that are not the greatest, but you are able to, as a player, to play with those talents over again, and in a way you'll be forced to play with some of those talents, but those are the talents given for your spec. And I feel like part of the reward with the system is it's a climb. It is a little bit of grind, but the game rewards you for the grind. So I guess Blizzard, what they're trying to do is they want to appease the players that are doing arena PvP to be able to have all of their honor levels and everything. But the prestige system will only function properly, in my personal opinion. It will only properly function if you do basically force players to have to relearn all of your honor talents. Because then the rewards that you're getting, the artifact skins that you're getting are that much better and that much more rewarding, that much more fun. When you don't take away the whole idea of honor levels, so when you have all your honor talents and you take them away, then there is more significance to do in the prestige. When you still retain your honor levels, is what they're trying to do in 7.1, you get to keep your honor levels and there's no risk reward with the prestige system. One of the things we kind of saw as a lackluster use of in World of General is the risk reward system in World of Warcraft. World of General was by far not far from the best expansion in the game, and I feel like Legion is already knocking Warlords General out of the water. But the BG system and the prestige system could be rendered almost useless. It just will be a system that everybody goes through as just part of your everyday maintenance. And I feel like prestiging should have prestige to it. It should be special. It should be interesting. It should come with its own rewards for putting the effort. I feel like if the prestige system in 7.1 goes live as they're expecting for it to take away all the capabilities of losing your honor talents and forcing you to work them back up, it'll lose the meaning to prestige. It'll just be another automated thing that you just end up doing in the game. Oh, you're honor level 50? Oh, prestige! You don't lose your talents, just prestige. It won't really force a player or cause a player to run battlegrounds over and over, or run arenas, or do world quests, and then prestige to do it all over again. It'll just be an automated process, and it will just have this false reward for it. Yes, it kind of sucks for somebody who is a high-rated arena player to be missing out on those rewards, but those rewards are part of the grind. Let's say you have a really high-rated player, right? A really high-rated player, really skilled player, and he goes in to do a dungeon or a challenge for their class. And if they're able to, let's say, accomplish a certain challenge due to their high skill level, and they get a reward, should that player be given easy access to a reward where you have to do the grind, the dailies, the everyday push? The more time you put into it, the more rewards you get, because that's basically what they're doing. I mean, on one hand, it does enable a higher player who isn't really thinking of dropping their honor levels at any point to be able to have the same access to those levels, but it just takes away the whole ability to make BGs relevant all over again. Another thing that I glazed over earlier in the discussion is longevity of the game. For now, Legion's a lot of fun. We might not see the same game like a month or two from now after a few patch updates. Maybe something will just turn people off. Maybe the game will stop gaining subscribers, and we just never know. Because World of General was a great expansion at the very start. It was exciting because it was new. But then after a while, it just became kind of stale, and everybody kind of understood that, oh, okay, this is where Warlords is going to, and we kind of saw this downhill slide. Legion so far has been phenomenal, much better than what we could have expected in World of General. But still, for the longevity of the game, I feel like it would be a good idea to keep prestige system as it is, to basically force players to have to re-level their honor levels, and allow players that are into BGs and grinding up their honor level to keep the rewards for the grind, as I feel like they should be allowed to. And in a way, I feel like it's fine to reward them for the grind, mainly because we don't have any new BGs, we only got a few new arenas, we didn't really get anything amazing like some Ashran style area or Tolbarad or Wintergrasp kind of BG. We got the new honor level system. And in order to have longevity for the game and not to get bored or too tired of all the BGs that we've known so far for the longest time, with the honor level system, be able to create a little bit of life to the game. Again, I'm going to throw the word around longevity to make the game last as long as possible, to make it exciting for as long as it possibly can be. And I feel like this honor level system as it is right now is a pretty good way of going about it. It allows people that love Battlegrounds to be able to get personalized reward and after putting so much effort into the game. And it might even introduce them to start playing some rated PvP and explore other aspects of PvP. So it's great for new players. It is great for players that are not great at PvP, and it rewards you for farming. And I feel like the game World of Warcraft needs to be one of those games, as it's always been for the longest time, a game that rewards you for putting time or effort or having skill at. So if you're really skillful in arenas, you can get really high rated gear for being high rated. If you are really good at grinding, you can get a lot of gold, you can get the best gear, you can get literally whatever you are looking forward to, whether it be resources of some sort, or reputation, or maybe buying gear from vendors. It can literally be anything. And World of Warcraft is a game that rewards people for either putting in time, putting in effort, or being really skillful at one thing. And as long as they keep this trend, I feel like World of Warcraft and Legion is going to be, just in general, a great expansion in the future. But those are just some of my thoughts on the patch 7.1, guys, and the honor level system, and I guess the changes that they're making for it. So let me know what you guys think about the current honor level system right now. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think Blizzard should change it so then it's more inclusive for a lot more players, especially the players that are high rated, that are trying not to reset their talents? Or do you think it should stay as it currently is to reward players that do end up dropping their honor talents in order to be able to gain those extra rewards? What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, guys, have yourselves a good one. My name is Dal, and I'd love to read all the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.